Hi, welcome. Today we're going to talk about the Lucena position. So this name has been a tribute to Luis Ramirez Lucena, a 16th century chess player. He was Spanish, and on those days, we believe he was the best chess player in the world. So Luis Ramirez has created the first book about the modern chess, named Repetition of Loves and the Art of Chess, with 101 games. So in this book, he talked for the first time about the Lucena position or Lucena bridge. What is that? Well, this is a theoretical endgame, so this means we know the result, and the position is one for the player with white, and is on the endgame, and we have one pawn of advantage. So in our case, we have a pawn at one square from the promotion. And how will we win this possession? We will see this with all the details. So I want you to know this very, very well, because sometimes our opponent don't play like we want or like we study. And I want you to know this very, very well. So the first step needs to be to give a check to put the opponent's king far away from our pawn. So we will give a check always from the file. So rook c1. Now, if these kings play to d6, we just play the king to d8, and this pawn will promote. Of course, after rook, pawn, and rook takes, king takes, this is a king and a rook against king. It's completely one for white. Of course, it isn't necessary or mandatory to play on this direction. This king can play to another square. Let's see. If he plays to b7, now, very important, this is the maneuver we need to know in this Lucena position or Lucena bridge. We will create a bridge between this rook and this king, and our rook will be in the middle. So how we do that? Simple. We will count 4 squares, and we will play the rook, in this case, to c4. The idea is that we will want to do this maneuver and play the rook to this square. And after that, because of the fact this king is alone and lonely and far away from the pawn, we can promote and the game is over. It's an easy win. So let's see. If he plays, for example, this move, we can start our maneuver. Let's continue. Of course, we need to go here, or else we lose the pawn, of course. And let's continue. And now the bridge. Bang. So now it's completely won, sorry, because rook takes, king takes, and it is impossible to prevent the promotion of the pawn. Of course, let's go back. It isn't mandatory to play like that. Our opponent can play, for example, king to b6, and here we continue with the king to do our maneuver. And after, for example, king to b5, sometimes the players struggle to win this position, but it's quite easy. We have several different ways to win this position. One is just to play this move, and then we advance, and the other one is to play rook to e5. For me, it's better, always better, to play rook to e because it's an endgame concept that you can apply in several different positions, rook positions. So, for example, if rook gives check, now it's quite easy. I play king here, and the pawn will promote. So this game is completely won. We need to see another idea too. So let's start always with check. Next, we are going to see why is necessary to do this check. King goes, sorry, to this direction. And now, let's see. Rook, we've seen that. And now, king. And let's see the checks. King here. This king will go here, king here. And now the difference is that I won't play this move because I know that this will happen. Instead, I'm going to lose a tempo. And sometimes the white player don't know just how to continue this position. And the idea it's quite interesting because, of course, this doesn't work right now because rook takes and the game is draw. So we need to think what is the best move or the easiest way to win this position. Well, this isn't the quickest, but is quite simple. First, we can give check because we are doing opposition. This king will go to someplace, a5. And now we play rook to b8. And this is completely over because rook check, king. Again, king, why not? Again. And we don't need to think nothing about that. It's done. So is a quick win. Just to finish this position, how about not playing this move? Let's see. Imagine that instead of playing rook c1, you play rook d4. This isn't good because now this king is near the pawn. So just to show you, even if I play this, of course, the position is always white one, but you cannot do the Lucena bridge with in a easy way. Sorry. So just to show, king rook, again, and now if I do that, I draw because rook takes, king takes, and now I lost a pawn. So don't forget, we need to first give a check. We want the king far away from our pawn, and then we start building the bridge. Of course, in this way, this is easy. If he plays in that direction, we will count 4 squares, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we will play in this square. And now the maneuver is simple. This, and that. So let's go. And this is completely won. And if he plays the checks, it's easy. Simple way of winning this game. So now I have 5 exercises to do with you because I want you to be an expert. I want you to reach all your potential. So the 5 of course, the 5 exercises are about the Lucena bridge or position. And if you have any question, please tell me something at the comments, and don't forget to subscribe and like this video. And of course, if you want to see something, some theoretical endgame or another different position, maybe game analysis, tell me something and we will do that. So let's go to our first position. So our first position, it's quite easy. So if you want, you can put on the pause, the video, and think a little bit. So here is white to play, and this is the first test. How can we start our position? Well, it's in this case, it's quite easy. The rook doesn't let me give the check. So we will play rook d4. And after, for example, rook c3. Now, if I cannot do the maneuver on the queen side, what can I do? Sorry, I can do on the other side. So rook f4. And the idea is that after, for example, this move, I can just play king to f8 and it's over the game. So if you have enough space, if you don't do the maneuver on one side, you do on the other one. So it's quite easy. The second position is this one. Looks similar and it's very easy too. Don't forget, if you want to practice, put on the pause. So here is white to play, and the idea will be the same. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it's done. Now, after, for example, king, we can just do that, and it's over. So here isn't possible to prevent the promotion of the pawn. So this theoretical endgame is a must if you reach this position, and if you already played an official game and and you applied this concept. Put on the comments. We can create a video with some of your positions. I think it would be interesting. So the third position is this one. And okay, here we are playing with black, and of course this pawn is playing on this direction. So the idea will be first to give the check, very important, and of course if he plays here, we play this one, and it's very easy. And if he plays on the other direction, now we can do always the same. It's very easy. Do you know what is the move? We count 4 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go. Exists different ways of winning this endgame, but this one, it's easy and you don't need to think. It's a theoretical endgame. So here, this is completely over. Let's see, rook in this direction, and let's go for it. Okay, again, it's always the same. We don't need to see the rest because this is a quick win. Next position. Here, this is the more complicated because, well, I have a pawn on g7, and this king is blocking some squares, and it isn't easy to maneuver without the loss of the pawn. So in this position, I'm going to defend that first we need to give some activity to the rook. So, for example, you can play to a2, a3, a4. Normally, in my games, I like to attack with some distance. And for example, here, if he attacks, I just give check and it's over. So check, king here, and now it's quite simple because I can apply the concept of the Lucena bridge. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, 4 squares. And after that, to try to block the squares of the king, we just give a check, and again, king here, it's quite easy. I can advance the pawn. And if the king goes to the other direction, this isn't easy for black, because I played this and it's always the same. Just to show a different way, rook here, and now, what can we do? Do you remember? Do you remember what is the move? In my opinion, the easiest way is always to give check because we are doing opposition. So we don't need to think very long. So king here, rook here, and it's done. Let's see a different idea. If king goes to c7, what will we do? We can readjust the position of the rook. So we want to do a bridge. So let's build the bridge. So rook to d5. And the idea will be to block the checks. Let's see. Rook check. Okay, let's block it. Rook again. Let's go. Rook again. King. Beautiful bridge. So it's over. It's very simple to win this position. I'm going to give you an extra position. Let's go. This is a bonus one for you. So we have this position. So here we are playing with black. And how can we win this game? The first plan, it's always the same. So we can give a check. But I want you to see a more direct way of winning this position. Because if I do that, okay, it's completely won. I'm going to count the squares and I'm going to win the game. But what if I play rook to c1? Oh, it's over because I can promote next. Of course, he can give a check and king here and rook over there, and okay, I don't need to complicate this position. I will advance, I will promote, and then if he takes, I will win this position with a checkmate with king plus rook. So it's very, very, very easy. So the Lucena bridge is one, in my opinion, one of the most important theoretical endgames to know. And for me, you need to know this quite well, and the Philidor position. If you don't know yet how to apply the Philidor position, click over there, because those two theoretical endgames are a must for a good chess player. So I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget, like and subscribe. And tomorrow we will be back here at the same hour. Till tomorrow. Bye bye.